To Second Cup. I am quite literally standing on the ice at the Amarillo Civic Center. I'm here with Alex, and we are talking about the Wizard of Oz on ice coming this weekend. So thank you so much, Alex, for joining me today.
Thanks for having me. We're excited.
Yes. So first off, you guys are opening this weekend, one day only. Can you give us event details on that?
Sure. So we have two shows on Saturday, a 2 o'clock and a 7:30. And we're really excited to bring this amazing show here to the Amarillo Civic Center. I believe there's still a discount code left today, actually, on panhandletickets.com for 20% off, too. I think it's the last day, which is
awesome. Yes. And that's what we want to emphasize, too. Panhandle Tickets is the best website you can go to get your tickets. Yeah. And, you know, we were talking earlier, Amarillo is your last stop. How do you feel about that? I mean, you guys have toured since January?
Yeah, this is City 39.
Wow.
So, it's a little sad, and, you know, like, it's the end of the tour, but we're going back on tour next year. It's actually a longer tour, and more international as well. So a nice little break before we hit the road again.
Oh my goodness. I mean, that's just so exciting. I mean, coming from just, you know, me, I have a background in theater and I love it so much. And we were talking earlier, and this is not the first time the Wizard of Oz has come to Amarillo. I think I literally was little, like I don't know what age I was, but I vaguely remember seeing it here in Amarillo for the first time. So it's kind of cool just to see that this show has grown with the community. And you said that's kind of how you got your start in skating.
Yeah, actually, funny enough, my aunt used to take me to shows, and she took me to Wizard of Oz on Ice when I was, I think, 5. And I remember watching the show and being, wow, this is a great show. But I also remember thinking, what do they do after the show and all that? So I was like, I want to be a skater and I want to tour. So that's kind of what got me into skating originally. And, you know, it's a classic story that everybody loves, and being able to reimagine it and bring it back is really exciting.
Yeah, and so now you're on the producer side of things. You were saying, like, you've skated and you've done all of that, but now you're on, you know, the behind the scenes. What has that been like, you know, just to see the show start up until now, see it literally from the ground up?
Yeah, it's such a long process, but once it opens, it finally pays off. But we started writing the show about 2 years ago. I mean, from the costumes to the soundtrack done by a composer that's worked with Disney and other theme parks, and, you know, gathering our team of people. The process is quite long, but when it comes to life, it's like, oh, it's just how I imagined it. So it's really exciting.
Yeah, so what can the public expect, you know, from this show? Like, what makes it different than, you know, other productions on ice?
So the best part of this is we reimagined this show. So, of course, the classic tale and the story is the same as you're expecting, but with some new twists and little Easter eggs in between in the show, little hints to Wicked, little hints to the old movie, but a modernized a version with new elements, especially here. We get to light the ice on fire, and they have backflips, and we have fire performers, and we have world professional skaters doing crazy stunts and tricks, not like the ones you see on TV. We're doing all the illegal ones, which is kind of fun. So yeah, there's just so much happening in the show, and it's so upbeat, and I really do think it's for all ages. It's not for just little kids. It's for seniors all the way to kids, families, anybody. So
I love that. And, you know, just speaking of the performers, if you guys haven't seen in the background behind me, we have a skater out here warming up, showing off a little bit of her tricks. And, you know, just ice skating in general is so beautiful to watch. And growing up around that, where, you know, has your passion stemmed for ice skating? You
know, I grew up in Boston, so big
Boston,
hockey city. Yeah,
yes.
Boston. Big hockey city. Started with the hockey, and then because of my short height, I got scouted for ice skating. And once I did it, I just fell in love with it, and you know, it just brought me to be able to see the world. So that's exciting. You know, I've toured with Disney on Ice for years, and you know, so much, but it's been awesome to be able to do it myself now.
Yes. So one more time, event details. This Saturday, you guys have a matinee and an evening performance. What time are those at again?
A 2 o'clock and a 7 o'clock show. And again, you can get your tickets at panhandletickets.com.
Yes, Panhandle Tickets is the place to go. And, you know, we are coming back. We're going to have a really cool sneak peek of Emily in her costume, which is so exciting. And, you know, she's going to show off some more of her tips and tricks. And, yeah, like, we are just so excited to highlight this show in our Amarillo community. It's going to be fantastic. We're excited. So, yes, please stick around. We'll be back with more on Second Cup.